Hey guys, today's video is about when you're brainwashed. Please don't forget to subscribe, like, and share. Let's get going! What the hell do you mean they took Ryan? Bakugou shouted as small explosions began to pop from his hands. Hey man, let's calm down a bit. Kirishima tried nervously as he walked towards the fuming blonde male. Aggressively turning around, he grabbed Kirishima by the collar, his red eyes staring into Kirishima's. What did you say? Bakugou. Aizawa scolded loudly as Bakugou turned over toward him. The pros are doing the best they can to get this situation solved. Aizawa explained, but it angered Bakugou even more. Well, they're doing a shit job at it. He yelled as a large explosion went off. The class, squeaking in shock. Bakugou turned toward the front of the class where Aizawa stood, smoke releasing from his hands. How the hell were they not prepared for this? The villains had already taken me before hostage, and now they've managed to get their hands on Wan. Baku's red eyes were full of anger. What kind of school is this to let another student of there get kidnapped? Are you guys even trying to protect your students? Baku sneered as he stared down at the older man. Silence filled the room before Baku let out a scoff, stuffing his hands in his pockets, before turning away towards the door. Doing the best they can, my ass. The class watched as Baku slammed the classroom door before glancing at Aizawa. Is Bakugou going to get suspended? Mina asked, nervously from behind Ada, as they awaited an answer. Letting out a sigh, Aizawa turned toward the window. As impolite as Bakugou may have been, he was right about the school not doing enough. We should have been prepared for this. 2 weeks had passed, and suddenly, the news of your appearance had served. Aizawa had pulled Bakugou aside after class one day and explained to him that the heroes had found you unconscious at the front of the school gate that morning. Where is she now? Bakugou asked, impatiently. She's still in the infirmary, and they have asked for no visitors until they can convert she's stable. Bakugou wanted to run and see her for his own eyes, but he could tell Aizawa wasn't going to change his mind about it. Letting out a sigh of relief, Bakugou politely bowed towards his teacher. I apologize for how I behaved. His ears were red from having to apologize, but he knew his actions before were rash. Aizawa placed a hand on his shoulder. Just go and get ready for training. The class is already on the training ground. As Class 1A began their training, he sat in the infirmary bed quietly as he looked up at the ceiling. He didn't remember much from the past 2 weeks, but all he could think about was Bakugou Katsuki. He had to find Bakugou Katsuki. How are you feeling, dear? The cover girl asked you as she swiveled in her chair to face you. You turned to look at her. Where is Bakugou Katsuki right now? Bakugou Katsuki from Class 1A? She repeated, looking up to recall her memory. I believe they are currently doing, hair training right now, yeah. She replied before her phone began to ring. I apologize, dear. Let me take this call really quick. Recover girl swiveled around to her desk in another room. A faint, recover girl speaking, coming from the room as he quietly got up from the bed and out of the infirmary to the training grounds. Hearing a light pounding coming from the door, Aizawa was shocked to find you standing on the other side. Recover girl let you out already? He asked, and he nodded. I don't want you to train yet, so just stand by and watch, Ryan. He informed as he walked a few feet ahead of him, scanning the training ground. Hey, isn't that Ryan? Kirishima questions as he stops pairing with Bakugou to point over at you. Bakugou followed his finger, and there you were, standing in the middle of the training ground, looking around until the two of you made eye contact. Ryan, Bakugou shouted as he quickly rushed down towards you. Bakugou Katsuki. You began as you ran towards the male, your hands reaching in the pocket of your gym uniform before pulling out the syringe. Attack, Bakugou Katsuki! Bakugou's eyes widen as you try to inject the syringe into him. Lion, what are you doing? He shouts at you before taking a foot in the face. Falling back from the sudden attack, you straddle him before raising your arm with the syringe. Inject Bakugo Katsuki, you say to yourself as you swing your arm down towards his neck, only to be tackled to the ground, the syringe falling out of your hand. Bakugo, something's up with Ryan. Kirishima shouts as he wrestles you on the ground before you punch his chin up, escaping from his grasp before running for the syringe. Ida! Going for my jaw! Momo shouts as Ida speeds with his quirk as the rest of the class tries to stop you. As they try to stop you with their quirks, you use your gravity quirk to pull everyone down towards the ground. Does her quirk get stronger? Todoroki gasps as he tries to pull himself up, only to be pushed back down from the force. Walking between the students, you reach down to grab the syringe. Lion. Bakugou groans as he looks up at you pleadingly. What's gotten into you? Your blank eye stares down into his as you hang your hands beside your body. Inject Bakugou Katsuki with the syringe, you say in a trance as you stare down at the man named Bakugou Katsuki before kneeling beside him, pressing the needle into his skin. Inject Bakugou. What did they do to you? Bakugou shouts up to you as your hands tremble. You start as you press the syringe harder into his neck, breaking the skin and causing blood to trickle. They told me to inject. You stutter as you suddenly went blank. I can't hurt you, Katsuki. You suddenly reply, causing Bakugou to gasp up at you. Lion. Pulling the syringe away from his neck, you plunge the syringe into your neck. The sudden impact of pain caused your body to shout down and fall, releasing the students from your quirk. Sitting up as quickly as he could, Bakugou reached over for your buddy before he took out the syringe, sighing in relief when you hadn't injected any of the fluid into your body. Katsuki, I'm sorry, you whisper as you weakly looked up at him before passing out into his arms. You woke up, after a few hours, to the sound of him peeping. What happened? You asked nervously. Bakugou pushed your hair from your face, his eyes in his seat. You tried to inject me with the syringe they gave you, but you managed to stop yourself. Staring up at him from your place on the bed, you touched the gauze on your neck before looking away. They said that the syringe was filled with an injection that would brainwash the person who was injected. But thankfully, nobody was injected. Bakugou continues as you pull the blanket closer towards your face. Everybody's okay? You asked as Bakugou nods. They're going to question you later about everything, but I'll be there too, so don't worry about being alone. I'm glad you're safe, Katsuki, you say as you bring his hand towards your lips. They'll never be able to take you away. Bakugou leans down and gently wraps his hands around you, his arms keeping you safe and secure. I'm so glad you're safe. Thank you guys for listening. Hope you liked the video. Please don't forget to subscribe, like, and share. Goodbye!